Hey everyone, and welcome back to BMX News. This is a weekly BMX news show where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX that I think you guys might care about. That being said, the first thing that I have to talk about this week is a video from an 8-year-old BMX rider named Billy Neal McVicar. And the opening clip of this video is him pedaling pretty fast, dropping into a concrete bowl, and then blasting what looks like probably a 6-foot air out of what looks like a 6-foot concrete quarter. That is something that's good for even people who've been riding bikes for 8 years. This kid's 8 years old and blasting 6-foot airs, and he's doing tabletops and 1-footed X-ups and jumping hips and jumping 6-foot spines at 8 years old. And it looks like he's got the bike control of someone who could have been riding for 8 years. And this is definitely one that I think anyone should check out, just because we've had all these young kids recently who've been absolutely shredding in videos. And what we've been talking about are videos of kids who can do like 360 tail whips at 9 years old and double bar spins and flares. And then you've got this kid who's 8 and doing tabletops and X-ups. And I think it's a pretty cool juxtaposition, and it just shows that there's a little bit of everything out there, even in the next generation, because this kid's literally 8 years old. Part of the reason that I wanted to talk about that video first is because the second video that I wanted to talk about comes from someone who is 46 years old, and that is Clint Miller's Take a Ticket section from the Colony full-length video called Take a Ticket. And I just thought it would be cool to talk about an 8-year-old kid riding a bike and then a 46-year-old kid riding a bike, because we're all kids, and just the fact that there's such a wide range in ages of people who ride BMX, and it's just really cool. And then to talk about the video specifically, there are so many wild lip trick variations in this video, as you would expect from Clint Miller, and a few of those that stood out to me that I can remember right now were the double nose pick whip to toothpick, and then the line where he did the regular and opposite toothpick no footers. That was really awesome. If you guys are fans of lip tricks and you want to see a cool video with a guy who's 46 years old and still absolutely shredding, this is definitely one that I would recommend. And you can find links to that and the 8-year-old kid video and everything else that I'm about to talk about linked in the description down below in the order that I talk about it. And then after that, I know I already talked about this in a previous video, but I wanted to mention it again because now there's a trailer available for the 4K edition of the movie Rad. I know I talked about this previously and that there's a Blu-ray coming out. Well, now you can check out this trailer on YouTube and see the actual quality that you're going to be getting if you order the Blu-ray of the movie Rad. And it does look very good, especially compared to some of you guys out there who still have VHS tapes of the movie Rad and probably still watch it, or even the DVD that came out. I think it's going to look a lot better than that, and you can tell just by checking out the trailer up on YouTube. And then we've got some more contest and jam news to talk about. The first thing is that there was a BMX Street Jam in Tokyo, and there's a video up from that. And then I've got some continued coverage of the Powers Bike Shop Game of Bike Championships 2020 that they've got going on. If you guys haven't heard in my previous news videos, basically they took like 8 riders, I think, and they're putting them head to head in games of bike bracket style, going until they find a champion. And the videos from this have been super entertaining so far. This is the second one, and it's with Dan Conway and Trever Schaubach. And it was really entertaining, and I'm really glad that they have these announcers in the videos who are kind of keeping things moving along and just making it entertaining to watch, especially the announcer, Craig. That dude is hilarious, and I really hope that he's continuing to be in every single one of these. I'm not going to spoil who wins this one for you, but I just think that this is something really cool that we can follow along with and follow until the end, and that's why I'm continuing to talk about it. But with that, we can move into talking about the videos from this week. And with that being said, I don't want to go super in depth on all of these videos, but I have a pretty good list of videos for you to check out if you want to. So I wasn't going to talk about this video first, mainly because I have no idea who this guy was before watching the video, but after I watched this one, I have to talk about it first. So it's going to seem a little bit weird when I go into the next video because I already recorded it as if I was talking about it first, but this guy deserves to be talked about first. His name is Joe Simpson, and this video is for S&M, and it seems like there's nothing this guy can't do after watching this video. He rides gigantic trails and gets super flowy, doing 1-footed tabletops, 360 turndowns, 360 tables, and then at the end of his run in those trails, he'll do a decade. And then in another clip, he's doing a nose bonk bar spin over a spine, and then he does a foot jam whip, and then jumps the spine again, then does a flare. And then he does a flare on what looks like a 4-foot quarter pipe. And then later on, he does a back rail fufanu. It's just like the dude can do anything he wants on his bike, and we've never heard of him before, at least I haven't. And I have no idea how after watching this video, because he's so versatile, and I'm just really glad that S&M decided to either pick him up or just whatever, make this video with him, because I have no idea and I don't know anything about it. But all I can say is that we need more of Joe Simpson in 2020, because this guy can do it all. Maybe he can ride street too. Maybe we'll see a street video and he'll do some crazy street tricks. Either way though, the flow and the style and the tricks and all of it, how it goes together in this video, make it really entertaining. And I was just really psyched after I watched this one, because I had absolutely no idea what to expect going into it. And the first video I want to talk about is called Logan Land, with Logan Martin, Toohey, and Ryan Williams. And with a name like that and names like that in the video, I think you guys know what you're in for with this one. Just absolute tech park riding insanity at the absolute highest level. And that's exactly what it is, with more tail whips and bar spins in the video than I could count. But I know that there's a lot of you guys out there who enjoy this type of riding, so that's why I wanted to make sure that I included it. After that, there was a video that is the complete opposite of this. We go from Logan Martin to chase DeHart, and it's a video for the company Backcheck, which I wasn't quite sure what that was, but I think it's a clothing company that somebody's doing. It looks like it's at the very beginning of it, and this is the first video for them, and it's Chase DeHart. Once again, with the name, you know what you're getting. It's Chase D doing Chase D in the streets, and it's always satisfying to watch him ride. I was also digging the vibe of this video with the song and the riding and how it went together, and I'm kind of curious to see more on what Backcheck is and what is going to come of it in the future. And every now and then a video comes out while I'm filming the BMX news video. Luckily this week, Eric Elstrand's hometown quarantimes video came out while I was filming this, so I get to talk about it the day that it comes out. And man, is this video amazing, especially when you consider the fact that this is all self-filmed and self-edited. When you watch it with that in mind, you just realize how good this video is and how well it's put together, how well it was filmed and everything. And you might also realize that either Eric is really good at hiding his cameras, or he's using one camera and doing some of these tricks that are really difficult to do more than once. And that was so impressive to me. And it's just classic Eric Elstrand in this video. There's so much stuff in here that's so incredibly good. And the one clip that stands out to me so much is the fact that he did like a running man with his bike out in front of him to rocket ice pit grind down a real rail, a rail that didn't have a run up, which is why he might have done the running man on it. And he did a rocket ice down it, and that was just amazing. And there's so much other stuff in here that's so technical and stuff that only Eric Elstrand could do. And I think that I've hyped it up enough for you guys to want to check it out, and I definitely think that you should. And then from there, we had a video with Hobie Doan and Jasper Jones come out from Primo, followed by a video from Angie Moreno called Woodward West Girls Week, which is basically a vlog style video where she films her experience of Woodward West Girls Week. And it's really good to see this online where it might not have existed if she hadn't filmed it, just so that more girls out there can be exposed to BMX and see someone like Angie making videos like this and maybe be inspired to ride. And I just think that it's really good that she's deciding to make more videos and put them up on her YouTube channel, being where she's at in BMX and how much of an influence and inspiration she could be to so many people out there. Then after that, we've got another video with some girl riders. Remember the Colombian Twins, who got added to Red Bull as I think the first girl BMX riders on Red Bull, and maybe even the youngest because they're super young. Well, their first Red Bull video came out, and this video is kind of a documentary and insight into how these girls got to where they're at. As the title says, it literally says the Colombian Twins who made it into the BMX big league against all odds, and that is exactly what this video is. And it opened on this girl doing a front flip into a foam pit that looks like it was built on risers in the middle of the jungle. And it was just probably the most perfect opening shot that there could be. And then they told the entire story. And I think this one was made quite a while ago because it went into Fise, Montpellier, France last year, where they actually got to get together and meet and ride. But just to get some more insight into these two girls who ride for Red Bull that I hadn't heard of before, and see how good they really are, and watching them ride and see all these clips from when they were younger, it was just really cool. And I think that this is something that anyone who is interested in BMX and just loves BMX would like to watch, because that is exactly what these girls are. They just love BMX so much and are absolutely sending it because they have nothing else. And in my opinion, there's nothing better than that. When someone has nothing else and puts everything that they have into something, that's just the best. And that is the most pure form of it. And I love seeing it. And I hope that we see more stuff like this in the future. And hopefully we can have actual contests and things soon so that we can see them shredding and competing with the best of the best from everywhere else in the world. Then for all you Flatland guys, I wanted to throw in a quick video. It's from Camilo Gutierrez and it's called BMX at the Airport. And then after that, for all you old school guys, I think you're gonna be super psyched on this video. It's a behind the scenes video from Schwinn's American Muscle that has got Dave Osato, Jaie Miron, and Jason Enns in it, all riding this dude's backyard ramp, and it's almost 12 minutes long. So I think that there's a lot of you guys out there who are gonna be psyched to check that one out. And then another video that I think a lot of you guys are gonna be psyched about comes from X Games, and it's the top BMX moments of the last 25 years. Because if you didn't know, it's 25 years of X Games this year, and unfortunately they don't get to have an X Games this year. But with that, they put this video up, and it has some of the best BMX riding, both park and street and other disciplines, that have happened in the past 25 years in BMX at X Games. And then we can move on to talking about some product news. With that, we had two promo videos. The first one is with Courage Adams to promote his 2020 Savanna line from Fly Bikes. And this video is basically just raw riding clips in portrait style of Courage Adams just shredding the streets. And then we had a video promoting the Merit Battle Rims, obviously from Merit. And this one's got a whole bunch of different guys on the team absolutely shredding on their battle rims. And with that being said, I'm really curious to hear you guys' thoughts on the new details that have come out for the digital Fise contest. Also, let me know what you thought of Eric Elstrand's video in the comments down below. And while you're down there, if you haven't yet, consider hitting the subscribe button so that hopefully we can see you tomorrow for another video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.